Hi there, everyone. We are 34 songs in, and Russia is up next here on the list of going through all of the songs for Eurovision 2019. And I know that Russia is one of the fan favorites, maybe because of the name, Sergey, who came third in 2016, or maybe because the song is amazing. We're about to find out on that one, but I'm really excited. I loved his entry in 2016, and I've heard some pretty good things about this one too. So, I just want to get right into it, so let's do that.
No, I can't stay here longer. You cannot make me cry. So I will leave you to wonder what will become of our
Okay, there's a good flow in this. I'm liking it. Going really impactful here on the percussion, and the piano is so bright. Great contrast between the more hard-hitting percussion and then this really bright piano. We're building. Oh, we're building. Giving it over to the strings. This is dramatic. Quite really building up some. I'm feeling heartbeat is pumping. I'm loving these strings. His vocals, what, dude? I can't wait to see this live. We're going a bit more digital here. I hear this a bit like detuned synth trying to playing here in the background. We still have the bright piano. Just a great combination of sounds here. Loving the instrumentation. Drums are quite powerful. There's some reverb put into them to really give them that striking impact. We're building again. There's like this little march beat and put in the very back. This chorus is a bit interesting. Like it's not your typical chorus. It doesn't really give all of that energy. It just gives this more anthemic feeling to it. And really puts his vocals in the front here. Okay, we're going down. Did anyone hear that drum there? That's a lot of impact. Loving it. It's a lot of power just in everything. The harmonies. They cover the old soundstage here. Dude. Building with the strings, drop everything, just put the vocal, and then throw everything at the listener. Okay, wow, that was an experience. I loved that. Wow. This, just imagine this in the arena. This could be among the most fantastic experiences you could ever have in an arena, I think. Just that very moment at the end, when they drop everything becomes quiet. They've built so much with the strings really going at it, the drums just really building into something quite anthemic and epic at the end, and then they drop everything, and only this vocal going all at it with the power to build into this final chorus. And then the chorus just hits with all of its impact in every instrumental side of this. Just that could be so great live. I can't wait to see this live. I'm hooked. I'm gonna listen to this so much. Wow. Just a lot of great things to take from this one. I'm loving the arrangement, really. From the very beginning, there is this reverbed piano, and it has a great flow in it, along with his vocals. It's quite simple. It's very simple, actually, but it's so effective because it's just this pleasant melody flowing on top of this pleasant chord progression. And the way that they play the chords on the piano, there is a rhythm to it, and there is quite a good flow in all of it. Just really enjoyable. Building in, we have the drums just coming in, and then we add these really bright piano, create a lot of contrast. His vocals work as a great little transitional element between the different segments because he can put so much personality in the vocal that really hooks the listener. So you don't really think that much about what's going on in the instrumental, except for when the vocal actually stops and there are breaks in it, which happens when they put in all of these strings that just really tries to drive through the emotion here. But mainly, I think the emotion is just in the vocal delivery here because it has such a large impact and just hits really hard. Really enjoying it along with the drums. The drums are just really going at it with the epic type of arrangement here, and just going along with the vocals that has the same type of concept here going for it. Just a great impact. Then the second verse comes around, adds some more digital inputs. Loving that change up. It's not like you would just go back into using the same verse. You there is something new going on here. Even though all of the focus is on the vocals, they haven't completely forgotten about the instrumental, which is so great to hear. And they've added these more digital inputs, the more electronic little synths in the background to really fill out the soundstage in the lower frequencies. Just a just a useful input to really put in there. Not many people will just like sit there and be like, wow, I love this little input from this extra synth here. But it's always so nice to see that they've actually thought about making something more with the instrumental, even though all of the focus is going to be on the vocal. So I'm liking that, liking how it builds, and I'm liking how the chorus isn't this just standard, a bit cheesy, just going all at it with the power and just really trying to make something catchy. They've actually tried to create a specific type of emotion to be delivered in the chorus. There is this standard vocal just really holds out, but the instrumental isn't really something that actually tries to stick with you. It's more just delivering the emotions. There is this drum beat that's not quite constant. It's more just trying to have a specific rhythm to really just drive in the impact, the emotional impact that the song wants to deliver, along with the strings that does a pretty good job at this. So I'm just liking a lot of things. The breakdown, we know that there are a lot of songs this year in which I feel the breakdowns are quite mediocre and not really working quite well with the flow. They do a similar thing in this one. They kind of just drop everything. But the thing is that this song kind of works for that because this song doesn't have that much energy going into the breakdown. There are a lot of songs this year. I mean, I could even take the example of the Netherlands, which I absolutely loved, but it had a lot of energy in the chorus, and then they drop everything for the breakdown. This one doesn't really have that much energy going into the breakdown, so it works for a smoother transition into this breakdown where they kind of drop everything. And then when they start to build it again, they just let the vocal along with his harmonies that really fill out the soundstage this time around, and along with this quite percussion that hits quite rarely, builds quite nicely into this final chorus, along with how the strings just kind of go all in when we're building to this final part, and that's just so effective. Really gets me excited to hear what's going to come next. And then they do exactly what they had to do at this part. They drop absolutely everything and just let the vocal really lean into the final chorus to become as explosive as possible. Because when all of the instruments hits right at the chorus, that's one of the great the most impactful moments in any of the songs that I've listened to this year. Just fantastic arrangement in that sense. Not quite unexpected that they did it that way, but it just works so well in certain songs because they've really built throughout the whole song. They've built to this moment, and the payoff is just fantastic. And that is going to be a fantastic arena experience. If he's flawless on the vocals when the night comes around, it could be one of the greatest experiences you've seen in the contest. I think this could be a candidate for the win. I'm seeing why it's so high. Like it's one of the favorites to win it because this could have such a great impact when it comes to the live performance. If they stage it well, if he's vocally on point, and I'm expecting both of these things to happen. So I'm just really excited to see what this is gonna do. What do you think of this one, though? Do you love it as much as I do? Maybe you love it a little bit more. Maybe you don't love it as much. And compared to his previous effort, maybe you didn't like his previous effort and you like this one, or maybe you loved his previous effort and you don't really like this one. Whatever it is, I want you to tell me in the comments and give me some new perspectives on how to take in this song. What do you think of this? Are there any complaints that maybe I glossed over? Then you should tell me. And other than that, we're heading over to S for the next video. And I think first out is San Marino, isn't it? Which is Sir Hat, his little comeback. So I'm really looking forward to that. Other than that, take care of yourselves until next time. And yeah, bye-bye.